Yes, my dear friend, time for another quad. Okay, let's roll. Uh, well, the story behind is all this being so high is basically the more speed you get, the more aerodynamic matters. So basically, I stacked everything on top. So my whole like the basically no matter which way it tilts, the air resistance still stays the same. Now it might look high, but the center gravity, the horizontal CG, is a tiny bit below the prop. I have here a little bit higher prop mounts, and my center gravity slightly above the prop line. If I have a short amount, there would be right in the middle of a horizontal center gravity. Um, okay, so for the materials I use, there's all fiberglass carbon tubes are 10 millimeter carbon tubes, and inside I glue in there another 8 millimeter carbon tubes to have 10 millimeters on the outside and 6 millimeters on the outside. That's a 2 millimeter thickness of a tube. Rock solid, rock solid. So the gear, forgot to mention, the size is 215 millimeters. That's not even 250. These are the 5-inch props maximum that you can fit in here. No need for more, definitely for the motors that I have. The motors I'm using, RCX 2206 2250 kV. I like more kV motors and having a lower pitch or smaller props to give me more revs. So ESCs are the custom ESCs, 16 amps. They smaller than easy ESCs by immersion and see 12 amps, but these are the 16 amps. I guess 20 amps no bother, they will withstand the peaks. As the 12 amps, they can do well with the peaks. So as you can see, everything was built by the battery. I'll come to the batteries later. Inside I have a Frisky FRA Sky Frisky whatever receiver with a voltage sensor. There's immersion C600 milliwatt video transmitter, and the Afro Mini. I still have to fit the buzzer in there somewhere, Discovery buzzer. I screwed up a bit by designing this thing because I wanted all the round, nice shapes, and I didn't account for the amount of wires they're gonna go through. So basically, there's a power wires to power the VTX, and there's a signal and ground wires, and I could barely squeeze all the wires inside. Like, it's a bloody no space left in there at all. So as I like lately, I don't have any OSDs, anything. There's a 4-cell power goes into the video transmitter, and from 5-volt outputs that powers my camera. That's a Sony PZ 650 TV lines, mini camera, 5-volt capable. It also powers my RX and my Afro Mini. So there it is. Now the batteries. That's the best thing about the batteries, what I like. Lately I figured out that I can solder my own packs, which is, well, a bit challenging soldering aluminum tabs. So the batteries, they are the 6-cell 1.55 amps 65C, the 6-cell batteries. So basically I'm taking them apart and I'm soldering my own packs. Like this is the 4-cell pack that I soldered. So basically I think that's the best way to see capacity and amps capacity ratio. So 166 grams the battery. This is a 1.55 amps 65C, which is I think is a very good. It's a shame that the Hobby King doesn't sell these like in a separate cells, so I have to mess around now with soldering. Like, to give you an example, this is the 3-cell. Didn't finish soldering the pack. This is the 3-cell, 114 grams. Well, connected there. So basically, this is roughly the same weight as the popular 1.4 amp 40C. Those Zippy Traxxas or Nanotech Traxxas or Multistar, the racing batteries, 3-cell. Basically, all these my messing and DIYing, I believe I can squeeze more out of it. So it's only the battery is holding the only by friction. After first few crashes, I will see whether do I need something to strap in there or just get a little tape to get it in more snugly. Forgot to mention the props I'm using. It's the Dal 6.4 6x4 props chopped to 5-inch bull nose. 5x4 props. I lift it up in the air. I have shitloads of power, like way more than my skills can handle it. So not sure why do I need that much power. I just, you know, size matters. Let's check the weight. We have here 530 grams all up flying weight. 530 grams. By the motor prop test data, I have 6.5 to 1 power to weight ratio, and it feels on a stick that I truly have something like this. Right, so let's have a check outside. I'll do a little jump around, and then we'll be good to go for maiden. Okay, before maiden I did a quick tuning, and I have here ESCISA with 1 shot, PID controller 1, and loop time to 1500. This way I could increase PIDs. For all is 4.6, and for pitch is 5.3. That's very high PIDs, and I really like it. And its blood is stable, and it's stable like hell. RC rate is 0.9. Pitch and roll rate 0.5. Yaw rate is 0.9. So that's bloody very stable. Okay, let's do the little jump around. There's a lot of power. I will have to mess with the expos. Right, so she's good to go for maiden.